thoughts on Dax McCarty's All-Star 11, and I'll give my takes on his take, and maybe that'll inform on who I'm thinking about for All-Star. So let's just pull this up right here. MLS All-Star 2025. Which players deserve your vote? There's Dax. There's Denny Bwanga. All right, let's see who he's got here. So for his honorable mentions, let's look at these guys who didn't make it. These are kind of the bubble guys, the controversial omissions. He's got Kevin Denke, Chicho Arango, Tawny from Minnesota, Alonso Martinez, and Albert Rusnak. Albert Rusnak is in Dax McCarty's honorable mentions. What an outrage. What an outrage that Rusnak wasn't in there. Honestly, man, I do this vote every year. It's so hard. Like there's just so many guys at every position. Like if you're talking about who you would put as the starting all-star number 10, like I think Rusnak for sure had an all-star caliber year, but I mean, let's see who he put. So these are the attacking mids that made it. Let's see if we think that Rusnak is snubbed for any of these guys. Dax has Evander, Martin Ojeda as his two attacking mids, and then Pep Bial, Carlos Gil, Georgie, Diego Luna in this other honorable mention. See, honestly, like do we think that Rusnak is far and away clearly should be in there over Evander and Martin Ojeda? I'd argue that he's played like in the vicinity of those guys' level this year, but like I can't be outraged that those guys would get a shout over him. It's just tough, man. It's tough. For goalkeeper, he's got Dane St. Clair as the starter. I think that's actually a good shout. I was thinking Zach Steffen, who he's got in the honorable mention. I don't know if Zach Steffen has stayed as hot as he was earlier this year, but there was a period earlier this season where Zach Steffen was on like an absolute one of the biggest heaters I've ever seen from a goalkeeper. It was unreal. So that's sort of weighing in my mind, and I don't know if he's like sustained that, but I might go with Zach Steffen. When I do it. Do we actually want any Sounders putting more minutes on their bodies, risking injury in a mid-season exhibition match? Yeah, honestly, not really. Like, that's why every year when people are like, oh, Christian Roldan got subbed again, I'm like, I mean, I wish he'd made it for him, like for the bonus and the honor of it and stuff. But low-key, I mean, they're not like running the guys into the ground during the All-Star game. They sub everyone out like at half, and they just sub a lot in general. So I've never been like super, super worried about someone getting hurt in the All-Star game, but I definitely like the MLS season is such like a ridiculous grind anyway. You know, throw another game in there. Selfishly, I don't mind it when a Sounder gets snubbed because I don't want them out there like risking it. Center back, Tristan Blackman, that is like a no doubt about it, has to be in there. Any ballot that doesn't have him on there is objectively wrong. That is who I will be casting my vote for at one of the center back spots. But I think the next one is interesting. It really could go a million different ways. He's got it as Glesnes. I think that's a good shout. I think that's actually a really good shout. That's not one that would have popped into my head like right off the top. But I'm a little more in on the Philly Union stock than Jeff is. I think they've got it going on, and he is a big reason why, and he has been for a few years. But when we're talking about, I mean, he was, like Dax mentions here, 2022 MLS Defender of the Year. But I think Blackman Glesnes is a defensible. I mean, like I said, Blackman has to be in there. I don't mind the Glesnes pick. I don't think that's what I'm going to go with, but I don't mind it. I don't hate it. Let's see who he's got in these honorable mentions. Fofana for the Revs. See, that's one like I don't know that much about. I'll have to look into that. Miles Robinson, good shout. I kind of, you know what, chat? You know what? I kind of like the Boxall shout here. I do. You know what? Fuck it, man. Let's do my ballot. Let's just do it. This is making me like going through Dax's ballot is making me want to do it. So let's do it. Sorry, I have to pull it up. Pull up the fan vote. All right. Vote now. Here we go. That's what I'm trying to do. Vote for the 2025 MLS All Star Team. Get started. It's that simple. Okay, chat. Who's got passionate feelings on who the goalkeeper should be? I was saying Zach Steffen. To me, it's Steffen. They say, who was the other one? Dax had St. Clair. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling Steffen. I reserve the right to change my mind on any of these. And all right, look, like I know a lot of people are gonna like if I don't do this 11 all Seattle, but I'm trying to be objective here. But has Zach Steffen really been better than Fry? I probably should like look at underlying stats a little more. But like, I kind of like doing all-star voting off like just who I think is the best when I watch them play. Like you can really break it down, but like if I like what Stefan's been doing, I want to go with that, like what I think, more than really breaking down all their underlying stats and like going who's better off that. Like Stefan has been like, the thing about what he's doing this year is the degree of difficulty on his saves by the eye test is just unbelievable. I'm gonna put him in there for now. Jake's still mad at Zach Steffen for getting goalkeeper of the year. That Fry probably should have got it. Definitely should have got it that year. I agree with that. But that's not Zach Steffen's fault. He's not the one who makes that decision. Like, what do you want him to do? Decline it? All right, let's hit left back. I think you got to go Kai Wagner here, or Wagner. What did I call him? Wagner. Kai Wagner. I'm pretty sure Kai Wagner is still racking up crazy assists this year. He's got 7 assists. This guy's pretty incredible. He just grinds out double-digit assists seasons like it's absolutely nothing. So he's doing it again this year, and the Philly Union are playing really well. So Derek, me too, man. Me too. I've been wanting that one for more than Gressel, man. More than Gressel. I was telling Jeff about how much I wanted Julian Gressel on the Sounders for a long time. But Kai Wagner, even more so. All right. Let's just get Blackman out of the way. No shot that it's anyone else. But who should I hit for that second center back? Who should I hit? I was saying Boxall. I'm gonna do it. I like it. Blackman, Boxall, that's such a nice center back duo. Right back. All right, this is actually an interesting one. I think Andy Nahar has a good shout here, but I think I'm gonna go with my heart here, chat. Tell me what you guys think of this. Alex Freeman. I think he deserves it. I think this is the pick here. He's been that good. And what's interesting about him is just how like different he is as like in terms of his profile than you typically see from a fullback. He's like 6 foot, like 3 or 4. He's like more like a center back in terms of his physical profile, I feel like. But his attacking play for Orlando City from that position is elite. And like, he's just such an imposing presence defensively. He is incredible. Honestly, if you guys have not been watching Orlando City this year, watch some Orlando City, watch some Alex Freeman. The guy is incredible. Can I not change the formation? Is this like, because there's only one defensive mid spot? Whatever, I'll figure it out. All right, defensive mid. This is tough, man. This is tough if we're going one spot. This is tough. The thing is, Christian Roldan absolutely deserves it. But Sebastian Berhalter, in my heart of hearts, can I say that Christian's having a better year than Sebastian Berhalter? I don't think I can, which is crazy to say because Christian's having an elite year. But Berhalter is the best number 8 in the league right now. And he's done it all season. I would say that's, if you're making the argument of him over Christian, his start to the season, it wasn't like bad, but it wasn't as good as he's been. Really, his surge has been in the last like 5-6 weeks, I would say. Whereas Berhalter's been doing it since day one. But the thing is, this Turskov guy for San Diego also deserves this. Like, he's been insane too. You really have 3 guys. I want to give it to all 3 of them, but I think Eric's right. I think this is the right call here. If we're basing it on who's played at an elite level the most consistently, been the most dynamic, had the most impact on his team's success, I think it has to be done. Kai Wagner and Alex Freeman aren't in the West. Did you mean like all the players up here are in the Western Conference? Higher rated than Berhalter by some analytics. Interesting. I'll have to look into that more. But like I said, like all the DMs in the West. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that is true. Like, I don't know. I guess I just think Berhalter's that guy this year. I think he's that guy. Christian is that guy too, and I watch him do it every week. And honestly, Christian's been playing some of the best ball I've watched every game he's played as a professional. And the stuff he's doing like lately has been unbelievable. He deserves the spot. But I gotta go with my gut, chat. I gotta go with my gut. All right, attacking mids. I think Evander gets one of these spots. That seems pretty clear cut. But then what do we do? Dax went Ojeda. Pep Biel is Noah's guy, but I feel like he and their team have fallen off a little bit. Carlos Heel, Georgi Mihailovic. I'm going to be honest, guys. I kind of like Diego Luna right here. Although if I'm, you know, it's one of those things like how much do you weigh team success? Because RSL is not very good this year, but Diego Luna individually, it's definitely not his fault that they're not very good. He's been fantastic and he's a really fun young player. But also it's like Rusnak has been more valuable to a team that's had a lot more success than Real Salt Lake. I don't know. This is always so hard. Only guy on that team, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like he has to do it all, and he does do it all. I'm kind of feeling that. I'm totally just going off like pure vibes right now. I'm feeling this. It just feels right. Feels like I'm doing the right thing. God, this lineup is pretty sick. It's actually such a nasty looking lineup in a good way. Espinoza, you can put Espinoza as a forward. I think of like, so these are like, you know, this, yeah, center, and then you can have, I think Espinoza, all right, this is how I see this right now. This is how I see this. Baribo, he should have been in the middle. Did I click the wrong one? Okay, it's just doing that automatically. Baribo, one of them. I think Espinoza. Okay, here's what it is. I'm not doing this and not having Brian White on there. I got 3 Whitecaps in here, but that is merited. The fact that, oh man, I just remembered Pedro Vite, Brian White, Sebastian Berhalter, and Tristan Blackman all deserve to be here. Like, I honestly believe that. But it's like I feel wrong not having Pedro Vite on this. He's like the best one, arguably. Doesn't feel right not having him on this. But can I have 4 Whitecaps? Chat, yes or no? Can I have 4 Whitecaps? Should I have 4 Whitecaps? Because I have no problem on principle putting Pedro Vite in there instead of Diego Luna. But then I got 4 caps. Is that overkill? This last spot is tough too. Like Bouanga could be in there. You know what? I'm actually not gonna give it to Bouanga. I'm not going to give it to Bouanga. He's been really good lately. Their team has been looking better. But there was his start to the season. Like, I think consistency has to be taken into account with this. Consistency has to be taken into account. And Bouanga was hit or miss earlier in the season. So I would rather give it to a guy who's been more consistent, like an Espinoza. How do I leave Chucky Lozano out too? How do I leave Anders Dreyer out? See, this is just, it's really, you got to have, I think people were saying like, they need to do like 2 best 11 style, like to get everyone in there. Cause like honestly, Chucky, I really think should be in there. Although, you know, he missed some time with injury. So speaking to the consistency, longevity thing, maybe I can use that as the tiebreaker there. I think Dreyer, Espinoza, I think that's probably correct. And I think I'm going to go with Espinoza. Oh, but he can't because but it's like I'm putting him as a winger. Come on. Okay, so I can't do Espinoza. I'd have to do Chicho if I was going to give it to someone from the Quakes. These are our options right here. Maybe I have to give it to Bouanga then. I think that's Espinoza should easily be. Hold on, I'm going to put Kuipers there for now. All right, actually take that out. All right. I think this has to be done. I think it does. I like that more. I do. Diego Luna is still. I had him in there. It was a valid shout. He deserves it. But I think Espinoza's been a little better. So that leaves us with 1 more forward spot. What do you guys think? I know, I just formation. What are we doing? It's looking like, all right, Kuipers, Bouanga, Denke is still out there. Those 3 are all, okay, Dreyer is eligible. I kind of want to do Dreyer, chat. Kind of want to do it. The haters are going to say that it should be Bouanga. All right, let's just see what this looks like. I don't really understand the eligibility, like positional eligibility. Nah, Latte Lath, team success I'm factoring in there. He scored a few goals, but all 3 I have in there over him have been like way better for way better teams. Yeah, hasn't scored in 8 games. That's kind of crazy. What do you guys think? I kind of like this. I think I might submit anything egregious here. Am I missing something? Did I do something stupid? Let me know. I just am not including Messi. Like I think everyone knows that he's good enough to be an all-star. He can be an MLS All-Star. Lionel Messi can be an MLS All-Star this year. I'll allow it. But I'm going to try and give shine to these other guys. Let's talk about this in terms of like the non-negotiables. Like who's debatable. Goalkeeper's like probably the most debatable one. That's the one where I'm like, I don't know if I've made the right decision here. I think Stefan's a good pick, but it's not like a slam dunk situation. I think left back is debatable. But I picked the one that I personally like the best, which I think is a fair thing to vote on. I like what I did with the second CB spot. I was kind of struggling with that when I was initially thinking about it, but I feel good about Boxy. To me, Freeman is a lights out pick. It's not like if someone wanted to debate for one of the other guys, like I wouldn't argue with it. But for me, that's a slam dunk. For me, Berhalter is a slam dunk. Like there ain't no way. There ain't no way you can have this lineup without him. He and Blackman. I think Evander's pretty non-negotiable. The Espinoza spot's the one you could debate a little more. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to be able to rock a double pivot here. Like, if I could rock a double pivot, I would drop Espinoza and put Terskov or Christian. And I think that would be like more representative of Takaoka. That would be 4 caps. That would be 4 caps. I was already told that I shouldn't do 4 caps. It's just crazy that like half the Vancouver Whitecaps starting 11 fully, like, no doubt about it, deserve to be on this team. I'm pissed that I can't get Pedro Vite in there. I'm pretty sure Christian's on the Berhalter. Christian should run the Gold Cup. They could do it. They don't have the courage to do it. The bots wouldn't like it. But that would, oh God, that would be good. There's actually like a scenario where you could have a Berhalter Christian Roldan double pivot, and they're too cowardly. They're too cowardly to let it happen. Christian will be like it's the Berhalter spot. Like that's where I would have to put him, and I just can't. I can't do that. I think I feel good about this. I think I feel like I've made the right decisions. Let's look at goalkeeper one more time. That's the only one that I don't feel as good about. Should I just give it to Fry? Is that like a homer pick? Man, just going off my gut right now, I kind of like Gallese over Stefan. Give it to Fry. I'm going to do it, man. I'm going to do it. They can call me a homer. That's the only sounder that I have in the 11. I was kind of between Gallese or Fry. Need a sounder in there. All right. You guys are right. I think this is it. Yeah, Fry, Christian, and Rusnak all deserve it. But I think, man, like, I could go Rusnak over Espinoza, and I would feel justified in that. Here's the thing. If I'm trying to look at this, like, say I was an outside observer, Rusnak did miss some time with injury, which he still played at an all-star level and still produced at an all-star level. But in a tiebreaker scenario like this, I think giving it to the guy who's like played more games would be fair. Check the stats. All right. Let's see what Espinoza's got here. Espinoza's got 4 and 8, and he's been very influential for one of the best attacking teams in the league, both on the stat sheet and just in terms of like his role for them week in, week out. He's got 12 goal contributions. Rusnak has 10. Rusnak would, in all likelihood, have more if he hadn't missed a little bit of time with injury, but Espinoza does have more. It's close, but I'm really trying to look at it like I would look at it if I was a total impartial outsider. And I know myself well enough to know that if I was doing that, I would probably go Espinoza. 260 more minutes. That's kind of a lot, isn't it? Yeah, the formation is kind of what's tough here. I think I feel good about this. I like that I was able to get Dryer in there. I feel like all the non-negotiables I have in there. I feel good about getting Fry in there. I think I'm gonna submit this, chat. I think I'm gonna submit it right here. Am I missing anything? Am I doing anything crazy here? I think this is all at least like defensible. It's not like a ballot that an outsider would see and to be like, what is this guy doing? He has no credibility. All right. Oh, nominate your captain. Stefan Fry. Why not? Locked in. All-star vote submitted. The deed is done. Steph Fry, come on down. If my ballot turns out to be predictive, you're an MLS All-Star. That was fun. Fun little thought exercise there.